Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea if you're new here. If you're not new, welcome back. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at I am CCsuarez. Also on TikTok, also on Twitter. My Reddit page too, I'll have that link down below. And then also, up in that corner, you'll see my other anti-MLM content. It's very bingeable. Go ahead and watch that. And really just let's get into yet another episode of, oh my god, those are boobs. Listen, I can't help it. Okay, for real though, today we are going to be talking about the recent Monat Las Vegas trip. There's a few key points that we're going to go over here. But as always, one thing that I do just want to make very, very clear is that no matter how much these representatives, these market partners, whoever says that these trips are free, they are not free. So thank the Lord for the Instagram page, MLM Boss Babe. She's amazing. They are amazing. He is amazing. I don't know. They're amazing. Feel free to follow them, please. They are the best. Before we get into like reacting, to things, I want to just really shed some light on this. For instance, with Monat, whenever they do these trips, you of course have to qualify for them. And that usually means that you will have to have a certain amount of PV, which is personal volume. Okay. Now, half of this amount of personal volume can be purchased by the market partner themselves, which seems crazy. That seems insane. So that's just insane. So let's go ahead and look at this. So the requirements, the PV requirement for this trip for Las Vegas Reunion 2021, then you have to have met these requirements for 5 of 6 months. So 5 months out of a 6 month period, you have to meet this every month, not just in total, but every month. Okay. So for the career rank MP market partner, MMP managing market partner, and AMB, I'm assuming associate market builder, some shit like that, and MB market builder. So dumb. If you had been enrolled since August 1st, 2020, tier 1, the requirement was 1,200 personal volume. And there's a little asterisk. Always take a look at those asterisks. The asterisk means a minimum of 600 PV must be from customer purchases each month. So this is $1,200 in sales each month. Hey friends, editing Chelsea here. Sup? I look great. I know. However, one thing that I feel like I didn't really focus on enough is just the facts, and maybe I did, but you're going to get it twice over then right now. But it says that a minimum of 600 PV must be from customer purchases each month, VIP or retail. But if you think about it and just reword that real quick, that means only $600 of your retail or whatever, $600 of your sales have to come from customers. So that means that at tier 1, $600 of that, since it's 1,200 PV, could come from you. Like, you also get PV when you recruit a new market partner as well, though. So I think that's why they put that in there as well, to even maybe try to get you to recruit more people too, but also to get you to buy more products as well. Because if you think about it, if only $600 has to come from the market partner, let's just say the hydrating shampoo is $38 and the conditioner is $49. So that comes to a total of $87. So let's just say $90 is the average order. Let's give them actually the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it's only $80. So that means that you would be having to sell 7.5 orders each month. Who in their right mind is able to do that? But now if you recruit a certain amount of people each month, especially because the PV coming from the starter kit is going to be a lot more than just a normal order. Anyways, I just thought that was very interesting, and it's every single month that these people have to do this, and it's crazy. So it's just easier to recruit a fuck ton of people and then just buy products yourself and just buy your way to this trip. So is it free? It doesn't seem like it. Which is crazy. And then you would get the trip, which is your round trip, and then a single room. We're gonna get into all that in a minute. And that's your reward, whatever. And then for tier 2 for that one, $2,400 in sales. Again, 600 of that has to be from customers. And then tier 3, 3,600 PV has to be, again, 600 of it has to be from customers. Now, as you go down there, it's like, okay, well, most of this can be from like from your own purchases, which is crazy. So some of these people are paying more, especially with all these flash sales and everything. I mean, y'all see how much these market partners buy. So I wouldn't be surprised if almost all these people met these requirements, a big chunk of it, of just buying their own products, which is crazy. That is crazy. But again, having that little stipulation in there and only needing to have a minimum of 600 from purchases from customers each month, that's just showing that really Monat doesn't care where their sales come from at all. Because let's be honest, about 80 to 90% come from the market partners themselves, as with all MLMs. Okay, and then career rank MMB and above, enrolled as August 1st, same thing. 2,000 PV, you get the single room. 3,500, you get trip, single room, and $300 towards meals. $300 towards meals, that's pretty good. However, they were there for what, like 4 days? Like, that's nothing, especially in Vegas. Places are fucking expensive. And then 5,000 PV, you get a trip for 2, second round trip flight for your spouse or a non-market partner adult, and then plus the room and $300 towards meals. Okay. Even $300, yeah, that's nice that they do that. A lot of MLMs don't do that, but like, you're still paying for it. That's, especially in Vegas. And like all these activities they did, like that's nothing. That's crazy. So crazy. And what about all like the alcohol and shit? Y'all, like, they was drinking a lot. They were having like pool parties with no masks. Okay, all market partners must be paid as MMP or above in January 2021 to qualify. So it's funny that it says career rank MP at the top, but you have to have ranked up from MP to MMP to even do this by January. So interesting that that's at the bottom. Now let's go over where they stayed. They stayed in the Paris hotel. So it's pretty well known, I feel, at least I've known that forever, that getting a room in Vegas isn't that expensive, especially if you're going during the week, which they did. They went during the week. Also, airfare is cheaper during the week, especially if you go on Spirit Airlines. Nothing against Spirit. I've flown Spirit Airlines before. It sucks. We're going to get into that in a moment as well, though. So for the time frame that they went, the average cost was about $33 per night for just a normal room at the Paris hotel. And I'm not trying to act like bougie or anything, but it's the facade. And I always say I want to pull back the curtain for you. They act like, oh, they say it's fake. They say the trip's not free. And it's like, all right, but you're acting like you're going on this luxury vacation when your company probably spent $400, $500 a person. And how much money did you spend trying to qualify for this trip? Do the math, because it's not good. It's not good at all. So that's embarrassing. On the Monat fine print, always got to read the fine print with anything, but always with MLMs too, especially when these girls are being ridiculous about it. So the fine print says air travel must be booked at the lowest available fare for travel on the scheduled program arrival and departure dates, which that's understandable. I get it. Why would they pay for you to be there longer than you need to? especially, during the week it's cheaper. I understand that. Travelers may be asked to make up to one connection in each direction of the flight. Should doing so result in a savings to Monat of $200 USD or greater, and the connection time is less than 2 hours between flights. Okay, so I'm sure y'all know this as well, but usually when there's a layover, the flight's less expensive, right? That's just how that works. So if nonstop flights are available in your market and the difference in fare is less than $50 over the lowest available connecting flights fare, nonstop flights will be permitted. Which, that's like not possible. That's like not possible at all, basically. But it's funny that they put that in there. That's why you saw almost all of them flying on Spirit Airlines. Now, the thing is that with Spirit Airlines, it's cheaper because it's more of like an a la carte type of thing. So you not only have to pay for the plane ride, but then also if you want like a bigger seat or like a better seat, or even want to choose your seat, or like just if you want to pay for like a better seat, you can. And that racks up the price too. But then also, if you want to check a bag, you have to pay a lot more as well. And 3 days, like these girls might not have checked a bag, but I'm assuming they did. I have never met a woman that has stayed longer than 2 days somewhere and has not checked a bag, especially for all this type of stuff. Like, they want to look their best. I've always checked a bag. I'm impressed with people who don't. Monat's not paying for those extra things. So you are paying for, having your bag checked and stuff like that. Anyways, I just thought that was funny that they're all like, okay, we'll choose the cheapest one. But then it's like, are you going to check a bag? What are you doing? Okay, so realistically, most of these flights would have been like under $300, right? So the trip in total, let's say $33 for 3 nights, that's $99. Taxes and shit like that. Let's round it up. So let's just say $150. Okay. And then let's say the flights came out to $350. So, and keep in mind, that's not including the food or things like that, right? But you know what? Let's put that in there too. So it said $300 towards meals. So let's put in that $300 as well. So that's $800. So, and that's not even for tier 1. We're just talking about tier 2 and 3. Actually, let's just talk about tier 2 because I feel like that's where like most people would be. Anyways, so since that's basically just like the middle one, this trip would have cost anywhere from $500 to, if they bring someone else as well, let's say $500 to $1,200. Okay, that's how much it would cost Monat. But the thing is, you're not getting any spending money. You're gonna spend more money out there. You're gonna spend more than the $300 that they give you at those certain other levels. But that's not, this luxury, all-inclusive, paid-for trip that they're talking about. They still had to pay for alcohol. They still had to pay to, like, go to these pool parties and stuff. Some hotels make you pay to go to the pool parties. And these, like, photo shoots they did, car rental, like, all of this other stuff, they're still having to pay for. Now I did see that one person posted that Monat did rent out, like, 4 buses or 7 buses or something to get all of them back to the airport. That was nice. Also, that should be fucking expected if it's a all-inclusive trip, which it's not. Okay, so like I said before, how much money did these people pay in order to qualify for this trip? Now we've seen since August of last year how many flash sales and all these extra things. You remember when they came out with those hot tools and bullshit? And those market partners like bought those before they were like giving them away for free, which really sucks. So a lot of those people have spent way more than $500 to $1,200 on these products, or, to be able to promote them, or on these, extra, drops of products that they've been releasing, and just all this crazy shit. So is it really a free trip? And I want to make this clear. Is this really a free trip when you've spent so much money on products from this company? Honestly, I think that Monat should do more for them, because all of their sales come from these market partners, and they should do more for them. They should put them up in suites. They should, pay for their everything. I mean, their CEO and everyone should go on this trip, but they won't do that because they want to have these requirements that in turn get the company more money. It's crazy. So crazy. Okay. Now the best part, as it says in the policies and procedures document from Monat, it's very long. I've read it all multiple times. Just like with the car bonus and all that, the free trip are seen as income, and whatever part of it they qualified for. So that extra $500 to $1,200 will be reflected on their 1099 tax document that they receive at the end of this year. So the market partner is having to pay taxes on that. So is it free? Because either way, you're paying for it, whether it's in order to qualify for it, or if it's in order to keep your rank to qualify for it, or the extra spending money, or the drinks out there, the food out there, other, things that the free part of the trip didn't cover. A lot of the times the uplines will take these girls out to, dinner. Sometimes they don't pay for it. Sometimes they do. That's a lot of money as well, even for the upline, or if they don't pay for it, it's still a lot of money for the market partner themselves. But definitely they are paying for it when it comes to tax time. They are having to pay, since this is counted as income and since it is reflected on their 1099 tax documents. So no, it's not free at all. And it really pisses me off that they also use this as a way to try to legitimize the multi-level marketing company. And they're like, oh, well, people say it's fake. And it's like, no. We're not saying it's fake. You're clearly there. We're just saying that it's not free. And I've seen people post, so annoying. I've seen people post the receipt or the bill from the hotel, and it says 0. And they're like, oh, but it's not free. Cool. It's still not free because you have to pay taxes on it. So no, you, at the end of the year, at the end of the day, you're still paying for it. So no, it's not free. Come at me. Now let's get into the absolute cringe, shall we? Okay, so this one is a real sorry you're not getting any sound, but it says when you think, I don't have time, only people at the top make it big, you don't actually get the car, the products don't work, it's a scam, I don't have any friends, no one will ever want to join me. And then it's a bunch of them dancing. Is that dancing? I guess that's dancing by the pool at the hotel. And it says, then you actually make money without any caps. Just because there's an uncapped commission doesn't mean you're going to make that money. So dumb. Then you actually real business. What? No. What are you talking about? It's not your business. And we never said the company was fake. We said it's unethical and a pyramid scheme and a cult. Actually know what you're rebuttaling. Make tons of friends, make an impact. No, you're not. Earn a car allowance. Okay, at least she put car allowance. Earn time freedom. How do you earn time freedom? And notice how they didn't just say have free time because you're working constantly. Imagine not being able to just actually be by the pool and just lay in the sun and get drunk by the pool and have fun. They were all on their phones constantly because they have to keep recruiting people. They can't just take 3 days off in the middle of the week. It's so sad. Learn how to build a business. You're not learning how to build a business. You're learning how to recruit people. So many of you send me this and it was just great. So this is a digital billboard in Vegas. And the billboard says, Monat Skincare, the healthy skin revolution. And then, I don't know what else the fuck it says. But on this girl's story, she put, Monat isn't the ish though, right? I'll be here when you stop sleeping on the opportunity though. And then it says broadcasted right on the Vegas Strip. Girl, just because a company is able to pay for a billboard doesn't mean that it's not a scam. Like, oh my God. Imagine thinking that like, oh my gosh, well, this company has commercials. They're clearly not a scam. Do you know how many like, yes, there are companies that are scams and products that suck that are advertised on TV, that have ads on YouTube, that have ads on social media or on the internet in general. Like, just because a advertisement is paid for doesn't mean that the business opportunity is legitimate. And it doesn't negate the fact that in its entirety is a scam and that it's unethical. Forgot about that. Okay.
Once. Only live once. I'm going to pass it away. You only live once, right? So
just live your life.
We're just living life.
So this one is the same. Oh my God, that's annoying. Is the same one from the last one, the billboard one. It's that same girl. And they're like getting drunk at the bar or whatever. Do your thing. I love that. More power to you. Have fun with your business partners, with the other people who were in the cult with you, the other cult members. Have fun, girlfriend. Do it. She was like showing her Monat debit card, which it's like, why? Like in any other context, that would be weird, right? If we were out for a drink and I took out my Visa debit card, it's a debit card. If I took out my debit card and was like, oh yeah, look at this. Thanks, YouTube. What? Like, that's so weird. But they make this normal, and they've been taught and brainwashed, basically. They have been brainwashed to see that this is normal, when really it's just tacky. And then it says, thank you, Monat, baby, you the bomb for spoiling my friends. All right, this one was extra great because the person put a coin, and I'll put up both of them, but they put like a little graphic, a little GIF in front of like the money, but it moves. And I don't think they realized that anyone could just hold down on the screen when the coin goes sideways and we could see how much it was. So it says, it's getting paid while on a earned paid for vacation from Monat for me. A earned paid for vacation. What? What? So I, of course, zoomed in and I'll zoom in right now for you too. And we can clearly see that it's let's give her the benefit of the doubt. It's $329.71. And guess what? That was her bonus check. Now the bonus checks are typically bigger than their like normal commission checks. So if that's her bonus check, like that sucks. That sucks. Ugh. Like, why do they think that it's normal to prove that you're getting paid? You're working. I would hope you're getting paid, but yet they post it because a lot of people are like, you're not going to make any money. And then they're like, oh yeah, I am making money. Here you go. Okay, well, how much is it? How much is it? But of course, so legally, they can, according to the FTC, they can show that amount if they include a income disclaimer on that same page that's like very clear and not fucking fuzzy or super tiny, right? Now, because of Monat, apparently in Monat's compliance documents, which I need to read through it again, they say that it's against Monat's compliance rules to show it, even with an income disclaimer. I personally am leaning on the thought of like, I don't think that that's true. I think they just say that so that like they won't be able to show it, but I'm going to read through it and see. I'm going to see if that is true, because if not, show it. Hoe bag. Okay. So this is a, super original picture idea in front of the Las Vegas sign. And it says, we all didn't just wake up one day thinking I'm going to start a shampoo business, but we all had a time in our lives where we desired more freedom, more money, more community. Well, you didn't start a shampoo business. It's not your company. It's not your company. You have nothing to do with the actual business. Oh God. And then she goes on to say like each person, like what they needed or what they wanted and whatever, like what they did before. It's stupid. Okay, this one says work hard, play hard, and oh my god. And there's music, so we're not gonna play the music, but they're like licking each other. Oh, they're making out. They're all, oh my god, they're all making out. Not making out, they're kissing. Oh no, they're all making out. Oh my god, what is happening? What the fuck? Listen, I understand like Vegas is a free for all in general, but and like you're outside, okay, but if you're in like a big crowd, which usually is, that's what I saw at the fucking pool party and shit, like that just, how are all these girls not canceled? How do they just lack the self-awareness to like not post that? Like I even had people like getting mad at me because like Tony threw me like a surprise birthday dinner, but we were abiding by COVID regulations. And you literally saw me walk into the restaurant with a mask on, and I didn't take my mask off until I sat down in my chair or in the booth. Like, I think some people also thought that he like rented out the whole restaurant, which he didn't. We were just in the lounge because I like the lounge of Eddie V's and I don't like the dining room. Fuck the dining room. How are these girls not canceled? I'm going to answer my own question here. It's because, again, it's a closed market. Most of the people who follow them are also Monat reps and also lack complete self-awareness and don't care about others. And listen, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh my gosh, I don't even care if, you know, your area's open or if you've been vaccinated, don't leave your house. I'm not like that. Once I have, you know, my vaccine, Tony's already been vaccinated. Once I get mine, yeah, sure. Like a month or two later, like we're gonna, if another place is open or something, sure, we might like go somewhere and follow, you know, the regulations of that place too, if they are also open. But that's not how this is. Like, that's not the same thing. From what I have seen, most Monat reps, most MLM reps are like completely against vaccinations and wearing masks and just craziness. And I feel like we do have to talk about this if we're going to talk about the Monat trip, because this is crazy. Okay, timeline for a safe reopening begins February 15th and goes till May 1st. It's not May 1st yet. So as of March 15th, these establishments can be 50% capacity. Libraries, museums, art galleries, zoos, aquariums, places of worship, indoor malls, retail stores, community and recreational centers, food and beverage establishments, indoor restaurants, bars, pubs, wineries, distilleries, and breweries, those that serve food and those that do not. No occupancy limits for outdoor dining. Okay, got it. As long as social distancing requirements are followed. Those are not being followed. Outdoor dining means dining in an area that is not enclosed or surrounded by a roof and rigid wall structures, basically open air dining, like literally outside. Public gatherings and events can increase up to 250 individuals or 50% of the fire code capacity, whichever is less, under strict social distancing guidelines. Large gatherings or events over 250 people may take place with up to 50% of the fire code capacity, blah, blah, blah. Karaoke and day clubs and nightclubs will remain closed until May 1st. Why did they even go to Vegas if everything's closed until May 1st? Okay, visitors. There are currently no travel restrictions in place, but we recommend staying tuned to the latest news from the governor's office. Okay, so basically what I'm seeing is that if you're indoors, it's very strict indoors, right? And then outdoors, they are like really pushing the whole social distancing thing. That was not happening. So I think it's safe to say that Monat reps were not abiding by COVID regulations per the area that they were in, which that's what I have a problem with. Now, if you're in Texas and they, you know, lifted their mask mandate, okay. You know, in Florida, it's a lot different too. And Tampa as well. That's fine. But this is just so irresponsible. And again, though, we have to consider, it doesn't make it right, but we also need to consider like who this is. It doesn't surprise me that someone who is actively in a multi-level marketing company that resembles a cult, believes every single thing that they do, does not question anything, and is very unprofessional and extremely rude to other people who say no to them or who show them facts and are just the most unprofessional people in the world, in my opinion. It doesn't surprise me that they are going to completely disregard COVID regulations for the area that they're in. It shouldn't surprise you either. Does it make it right? Absolutely not. Does it justify any of this? No, it doesn't. They suck. Okay, so here's a little bit more. It's fucking weird, right? Like, that is, I haven't used this the entire video. That's so weird. What are you doing? Why are you treating the top performers in your company like royalty? They are making money off of you. They only see you as a dollar sign. What are you doing? That's one of the things that really makes it more and more like a cult. Why are you holding them up on a pedestal? Why are you acting like they are literally a celebrity? That was so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. Also, both those people that they're like cheering on have me blocked. I'm doing something right. So yeah, that's obnoxious, uncomfortable, makes my butthole pucker, is how uncomfortable it makes me.
About Vegas. Not my trip here and not with my girls, because that's what's making this trip the most fun ever. But Las Vegas in general, you guys, truthful thoughts about Vegas. Just so different, and it's so sad. Last night we were sitting at this country bar that was just dead. And they wouldn't even allow, they just want to make it as miserable as possible for everyone. Yet, you can go to the pool, and they want to make it miserable there, but you can pack the pool in the water, and that's the safe zone. That's okay. None of this makes sense, you guys. And it's just the saddest thing ever. They don't even do room service anymore. And all I want is coffee. But they are okay with you going down. Cut me off, but what I was going to say is they're okay.
Okay, so that girl, again, why are you going to go somewhere that isn't open and then you're going to complain that that place isn't open? Like, it is, but it's still in like phase 1. I mean, technically it's like phase 2, but why are you gonna complain? It's closed. First of all, first world problems. That's my main thing. Lack of self-awareness, and it just reeks of privilege, and that's gross. But you knew before going there that there were going to be all these regulations. What do you expect? And I'm not going to say you traveled in the middle of a pandemic. We're technically not in the middle of it anymore. But it's not open. What are you doing? Like, it's so dumb. It pisses me off so bad. I do, to an extent though, and I even said this to the person who sent me it. I was like, I mean, I kind of understand where she is coming from on the aspect of it's annoying how there's like double standards of, okay, so I can sit out here, but I can't sit in there, which it's like, okay, that's inside and outside, but then I can sit at a small table. Like, I understand like the air and shit like that, but there's also like so many like ridiculous things when it comes to regulations. But again, we've never been through this before, right? So we can only do what we can do. It's fine. But still, that was within your control. You chose to travel to a place that wasn't completely open yet. So what are you doing? Being dumb. That's what you're doing. They just want to make it miserable. You didn't have to go. Okay, these next ones are screenshots. It says no one earns the trips. Who said that? We never said that. We just say it's not free. That's what we say. And then it says absolutely no one. Nope, not one. Flight paid, hotel paid, spending money. Check, check, check. Well, girlfriend, have fun paying taxes on that trip, because it's seen as income and it's going to be reported as income and reflected as so on your 1099 tax document that you get from Monat next January or February. So you're still going to pay for it. Okay, and then the next one says the truth. Oh my, I can't stand this girl. The truth is over 5,800 market partners are in Vegas right now, and it's paid for by Monat. Is it? It's just so obnoxious. And I'm coming back full circle to the points that I made earlier, where it's like, is it at like, technically you did pay for it. if you like with all the products and all the bullshit and all the little extras that you buy from the company. And then also, even if they pay for all of this other stuff, you're gonna spend more than $300 in that 3-day period. And then also, even if you don't, with your taxes, you're still paying on that. So it's still reported as income that you have to pay on. It's just so obnoxious that they're like, oh, well, people say this and that and this. And it's like, girl, what other company, what other business opportunity, what other job do you have to defend this and act like this on social media? None. It's literally only scammers that have to do this. Okay, so that's actually going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I literally just wanted to like turn off my phone earlier this week because I just kept getting so many videos of these girls acting like idiots in Vegas. So, ugh, gross. So don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, Twitter, I guess, if you want to. And I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to stay spicy. Don't forget how valuable you are. You are a bad bitch. You are the best. You're amazing. Stick up for yourself. Be assertive because you deserve better. And like I said, stay spicy. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.